Credit card debt in America has been destroying our wealth for many decades now. But whoa buddy, let me tell you, it has gotten a whole lot worse in the last couple years. Credit card debt is spiraling out of control at an exponential clip. Many Americans have little to no chance of building long-term wealth until this problem is addressed. In this video, we'll discuss how wild these numbers have gotten, how it affects you from a long-term perspective, and how you can fix your situation to live debt-free and start building wealth. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Jeff Teeples, and here we aim to grow your wealth with simple, time-tested solutions. Let's grow. Credit card debt statistics. Americans' total credit card balance grew to $1.079 trillion as of third quarter of 2023.
And this is the highest our outstanding credit card balances have been in the last 25 years by far and away. You can see we surpassed that $1 trillion mark here. This chart is in billions. What I wanted to point out was it shouldn't just be assumed that credit card debt always goes up. After the great financial crisis of 2008, people actually started to show more prudence and work down their credit card debt. We went from $850 billion outstanding to about $650 billion a few years later, but then it started to creep back up until we got hit by the pandemic, and at that point you can see we started to get the credit card levels back down. Now I think when people got stimulus, they used some of that properly to get their credit card down, but they also got accustomed to that inflation lifestyle and wanting the new iPhone and things like that. So credit card debt, inevitably, you can see that it just skyrocketed up. And I think right now we're spiraling out of control, and it's hard in this inflationary environment to get this thing trending down again. As you're probably aware, a lot of people make their everyday purchases with a credit card and then pay off the balance before it ticks interest at the end of each month. This helps get rewards and build credit over the years. However, over half, 56% of people carry a credit card balance at some point, meaning that it's ticking interest and working against them.
The average credit card debt among cardholders with unpaid balances was $7,279 as of December 2022. And get this, credit card users paid $130 billion of interest and fees alone in 2022. Just think about that for a minute. In 1 year, $130 billion just went poof without applying towards the items that were purchased with the credit card. Interest rates of credit cards are based on the prime rate. The prime rate currently sits at 8.5%, and it's typically about 3% above the federal funds rate, which is the rate that's used to determine pretty much everything interest related in our economy. According to Investopedia, the median credit card interest rate is 24.24% as of November 2023. This number's been trending up with the federal funds rate hikes over the last couple years, just like other interest-related items such as home mortgages. Again, Papa Pow and the federal funds rate really does control the vast majority of our economy. High yield savings accounts, money markets, treasuries, mortgage rates, interest rates on credit cards, everything falls in line and is X% of a buffer above the current federal funds rate, generally speaking. Now with credit cards, in a perfect world, we would use our credit card to buy all the items that we purchase in life and fully pay the balance each month. That way we get the rewards and build our credit history. If you are unable to pay your credit card off in full every single month before it ticks interest, I'm going to go Dave Ramsey on you a little bit here. Cut your credit cards. And I'm not joking here, literally, physically cut your credit cards and delete your internet history that stores that information on your favorite online stores so you cannot use the credit card. And don't worry, as long as the card doesn't have an annual fee, because you want to just close those ones and take the slight credit hit most likely. But if your card doesn't have an annual fee, you won't hurt your credit at all by physically cutting and destroying your credit card. You still have that credit to your name, which is technically a good thing for building your credit, but you don't have to use it. Your credit will build as you pay your bills on time over the years. I didn't use credit cards hardly at all until my upper 20s, and my credit score has always been at least in the upper 700s. You don't need to put things on your credit cards like you hear about online to ultimately build your credit score over the years. Once the credit card is physically removed, make payments on it as quickly as possible to get rid of any balance. You guys, this truthfully will save you and your family hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. And we'll dive deeper into those numbers in the next section. The long-term opportunity cost. I'm likely not the first person to tell you that your credit card debt is obliterating your wealth, but perhaps I'll be the first person to show you the opportunity cost on average of a typical American carrying a credit card balance. This is going to hurt whether you buckle up or not, so let's just hop over my screen now.
So for this opportunity cost example, we're going to take the averages that were discussed in this video. So the median interest rate was 24.24%. We're going to use that here for the interest rate of the credit card. The average amount of unpaid balance of people that have an unpaid balance is $7,279. So we'll use that right here. And then the annual interest is just the percentage times the balance. So in this scenario, the person pays enough to cover the interest and any fees, and the unpaid balance stays at $7,279. The average annual interest is $1,764 a year, or $147 per month. So if we were to completely get away from credit card debt, you could take that $147 a month, and that's just interest. You would get the exact same items with cash or the principal balance within a credit card. This $147 is strictly the money that you're wasting that goes poof, that doesn't work towards any tangible assets. So $147 per month with zero starting investments put into the S&P 500, which has returned 11% over the last 50 years. Let's use 10 here. You can see after 5 years, you've been able to invest an extra $8,800 with just that interest amount, and that's turned into $11,000. As you let compounding work its magic, come down 25 years later, you've been able to invest an extra $44,000, and that has turned into $195,000. And as you can see, the longer it sets, the more wild the numbers get. At $70,000 put in over a 40-year career, that'd be worth almost $1 million, again, of just interest payments that was completely being wasted. If you're prudent, you'll budget properly, you'll take advantage of a 401k company match and pre-tax dollars, and you'll have many other investments, but this is just strictly looking at the interest that was just being thrown directly into the fireplace.
How to fix this? There's no easy way to make a big pile of debt disappear overnight, but you will be surprised how quickly you can clean up your finances once you make it your focus and get to work. You must commit to making this change, period. No more keeping up with the Joneses. And trust me, their life is just as messy as yours is. Just focus on your mission. And let's just keep this to a simple 2-step program. Step 1, no more purchases on your credit card. It's easy to get stuck in the cycle of buying our wants on our credit card. Do you need that new iPhone every year? Do you need the new latest and greatest outfit for your wardrobe? It's amazing how little we need in our lives when we break it down. Just make a hard rule of no more using the credit card. It's that simple. Step 2, pay off the credit card debt as quickly as possible. Building an emergency fund doesn't make any sense if you're carrying a credit card debt with over 20% interest. Every time you add to your emergency fund, you're losing money. You're losing purchasing power. Pay off as much of your credit card as you comfortably can with each one of your paychecks. It may make sense to save money on your high interest credit card debt by moving it to a credit card with a 0% APY introductory rate. Still pay down that credit card with every penny you have available. The 0% APY will go away and it'll leave you holding the bag if you think you've banked some time. Once you have paid off that credit card, it's time to start investing to build your long-term wealth. Don't know where to start? I have you covered in this video right here that will show you the optimal order for investing your money. I appreciate you sticking it out till the end and watching the full video, and I will see you here next Thursday and sometimes on a Sunday. Peace.